Hello, everyone. Welcome to the second day of a marathon of matches to end the Swiss bracket. And we are starting on Baru Coast. This is between Cook and Mageius.
Excuse me, I'm giving a countdown. Alright, Mageius may have already started. It's a little unclear. They both hit ready before we were ready to begin the match officially. In any case, I am King Beandip. I have been away from commentating a bit, so I'm excited to be here. Yeah, I do not know if this is Mageius' actual run. That is not clear to me.
Not clear to me either.
Well, we'll find out.
And Cook, I don't know. It looks like his stream just froze outright.
Yeah, these players are on really interesting setups. Almost everyone in the tournament plays on PC with a keyboard or Xbox controller, something like that. Mageius is playing on PC with a Switch controller, which I don't think is very uncommon. Cook is playing on N64 on hardware, which is an extremely unpopular pick for the tournament, but it's great to see. I'm excited to see what he can do with that thing.
Yeah, and I think Cook's stream is frozen.
I think this is Mageius' run.
I think it is too. And I don't know if Cook's on a run or not because his stream just froze. It's just frozen.
Ping him. Yeah, I'm checking his private stream. He's still on the pre-race screen. Well, we'll see if anything happens. Sorry, Mage, we're skipping commentary on your entire race. We're already at the end of lap 2 here.
Yeah.
Still waiting on something from Cook's end. I think Mageius is doing quite a bit better than in the past.
Yes.
I think his Switch controller is working out for him.
Yeah.
Looks like he has still some weird key binding with tilt. Mage has a long history of using extremely unconventional controllers or control layouts.
Yeah.
One of the craziest was he used a SNES controller.
Yeah, Super Nintendo controller. I think he did that the first 2 years in 2019 and 2020. just kind of kooky.
Yep.
Because the controller is 8 years older than the game.
Yeah, you don't really see that.
Oh, we
The
get to see a
controller is.
place. We
The
get to see a part.
controller is. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
We're getting to see a scenic part of the track, which we don't normally see.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a shortcut to the right there that everybody takes. It's not very well disguised. It's a pretty obvious shortcut when you play the race. But you can
Yeah.
miss it once in a while. Mage, as usual, hyper aggressive with his boosts. Like right there, there was no reason to boost right before that turn. That's just how he plays. All right. Sorry. Mage with a 558. Cook has completed his race, it looks like, and his stream has been frozen the whole time.
Very finicky to stream on an old system.
I'm kind of inclined to just continue,
Same here.
but we'll see. It might depend on whether Mageius wants to challenge Cook's time, which he has not inputted yet. Alright, looks like Mage is good with keeping Cook's time. So, Cook got a 502.61, and Mageius a 558.73. Which means the next track we're going to is the Boon to... Oh wait, no. Boon to Classic was banned. Wait. Executioner, I think. Oh. Maybe. Maybe not.
Okay.
Alright, so Cook has opted to... Oh wait, we got his time on screen. Oh, he used Mars. Sorry, I'm looking ahead on his private stream. It's not showing up on for you guys yet.
Not showing up on my end either.
Alright, well, Cook is going to get a DNF on this. Well, he said he's taking a DNF on that. So, Mage wins the first point. Where's the button for that? There's a button. Let's see.
I got it.
Oh, nice, you got it.
Mageius' second win ever in tournament.
Yay!
And it's on technicality again.
That's how it goes.
So what's next is
Oh, I need
Cook's
to
first
verify
pick.
these time.
Oh boy! Oh!
Boonta Classic with skips, no Ben. So this was Cook's first pick.
Yep.
Looks like Cook is choosing Mars. Mageius will see. Yes. So for those of you who just arrived, Cook's stream was down the entire first race, so he decided to take a DNF, though he did win the race by 56 seconds. So Mageius has a point. I imagine it's some complication due to Cook being on original N64 hardware, which I don't know what his streaming setup looks like, but it's probably more complicated than simply running OBS or something. Is Mageius gonna do the race with Toy? Wait, he's on the wrong track. Okay, I think Mageius figured that out. I'm curious to see if Cook will attempt the shortcut for reals. I cannot say I approve of the Bulls Roar pick. It's kind of an insane pick for this track. I don't even know if it's possible to get a faster time with Bulls than with Mars. Maybe with a shortcut, as you avoid the arches section. So you get a bit more boost time than you would with the full track. But it looks like Cook can do this, which is exciting. Alright, here comes the countdown. So be a short stream delay and then we'll be going. And I will actually sync the race this time.
Okay. I am.
That was Mageius' start. There's no way Cook is already going. No, he's gonna restart here. Alright, I think this is the real start. Maybe. We'll see. Mageius missed the shortcut.
Yeah, I think this is a real start.
Alright. Wait.
About a 22-second difference.
Yep.
Oh! That's probably the most catastrophic death you can take on this track.
So they both missed the shortcut.
They both missed the shortcut. But Cook did it in a really bad way. Still doesn't
he's
matter.
ahead.
He's still way ahead of Mage.
Yeah, I think this Bull's Roar pick is really going to bite him.
Yeah.
Mars is a really solid pick here, especially for skips. Alright, Cook is coming up on a skip. Got a wall ride up this cliff. And it's a little different with Mars than with Ben. Looks like he got a really good launch, and that is a beautiful shortcut. Well done, Cook.
Ah! Uh-oh. Mageius not even bothering with the skip. Really tempting fate by going into that Tuscan pit. Oh!
Oof.
Right past the Jawa.
Mageius just coming out of the arches section. Cook is like 2 sections ahead on track. Has a giant lead already at the end of lap 1. Now he has all the rocks to deal with. I assume the extreme brightness on Cook's stream is due to his recording and not due to this being on N64.
Yeah. It might be, because...
Yeah, Meiji is still really struggling with tilt after all these years. .246. Cook about to do the shortcut again. Let's see how he does. That looks good to me.
Really
Very
hard
nice.
to tell how he's doing it well because of the brightness clouding that whole portion. Just looks invisible.
Yeah. Oh, N64 also has a really short draw distance.
They had to do a lot of compromises to cram it into the cartridge slot.
Yeah, this game like barely works on an N64.
Yep, for some odd reason, it's the only one with the correct textures without a patch.
Maybe it's because the N64 version got the most TLC.
Maybe. Still is pretty funny.
Did Mageius attempt the shortcut on lap 1?
He didn't even attempt to skip.
Yeah, the skip. Okay. That's probably wise.
159 from Cook.
Not too bad.
Oh, that's not good, but I don't think it matters at this point.
It is worth bearing in mind that Cook playing on the N64 with some form of N64 controller. I don't know if he's on an original controller.
He's on the Retro Tribute Hori knockoff.
Oh, nice. In any case, he has a huge disadvantage because he has to charge boosts with the same stick that he uses to steer. And on a very windy track like this, that's a pretty major problem. PC players have the luxury of being able to bind the charge boost button to anything that they like.
It's only a matter of time before he got engine fire. I was wondering why he's... I've never seen so many people go into the fire pit outside and falling into the lava.
Cook about to exit the canyon onto the home straight, and Mageius finishing his lap 2. So Cook is nearly a lap ahead. Cook's lead on Baru Coast was nowhere near this large. I think a lot of this is Mageius's pod pick.
Pod pick and also route choice. He took a much slower route path than Cook.
Yeah. This is among the windiest tracks in the game, and Bull's Roar is among the... not the stiffest pod, he's very loose pod. He's among the worst turning pods in the game. So, it's just a nightmare on this track.
Yeah.
It is.
Don't get me started on how terrible Bulls is on 64.
Yeah. With really high-level play, Bull's Roar is a decent pick here. But the difficulty is insane.
Yeah. Bulls is just... yeah, the difficulty is pretty crazy with Bulls.
Well, the next track we will be going to will be Executioner, I think. Yeah, well, we'll get there in a minute. Without Ben again. Mageius at point approaching the Canyon Dune curve. Cook getting plenty of practice time with his massive lead from this track. And home straight for Mageius. And he's getting an 8:24.
24. I think that's the longest run after no upgrades that we've ever had. Why is he doing the old skip?
Wait, what? Anyway, so this is Executioner full track without Ben. So Mars is just always a solid pick when there's no Ben. This track can be a little dangerous because of the tube.
And it's exceptionally more of a case on 64 because...
Yes, this is true.
Because I would never use bulls on an Ubu track on 64. You have to be really crazy to do so. The only player who was nuts enough to do it is Hayudora, which honestly I think he's in a category by himself on the 64.
He is. Even on R600, is Bulls risky?
He's super risky for me, but then I also did all my fully upgraded runs back in the day at R600 by default, regardless of pod.
Oh, yeah.
So
I remember on Dreamcast Bulls being really dangerous in Uvu tubes. I don't remember if I was using R600. I probably was.
I hate using when you have a controller as stiff as the original Nintendo 64 controller. Oh man, Bulls is even stiffer than normal.
Dreamcast is the same. It's a nightmare.
I think it's actually worse than 64 because you can't charge a boost on Dreamcast unless the controller is dead straight.
Pretty much, you can turn just a tiny bit.
Because I know on 64, even with the OEM, I could put it in a forward diagonal and still get it.
Well, Mage is going with Neva. Maybe? Countdown has been given. We're waiting for the race to officially start here.
Yeah. I have a very risk-averse strategy for doing Executioner because my strategy is just to slam hard on the brakes as that tube drop comes up.
Alright, we should be starting in any moment now. It really looks like Mage is struggling to figure out which pod he wants to use. Looks like Bulls. It's much better pick here than it is on Bunta Classic. Is this official start? We'll give it a little bit to make sure. I kind of think it is. Alright, we'll go with it. Anyway, both players making it onto the shortcut. Which is well, it's a little bit faster, it is much safer.
Yeah.
That's good to see. Mageius' audio is desynced.
Yeah. They both crash. Into the door.
I'm gonna switch to Cook's audio, see if that fixes. See if his syncing is better.
Nope.
What is going on here? Well, we'll just stay on Cook for a little bit now.
Get to hear the N64 sound, which are a really different sound from PC.
Oh yeah. I don't think I knew that. Anyway, he got like a 135-ish lap one. Mage coming in with a 150. So only a 15-second difference. Which is quite good, actually.
Yeah. And
I don't know,
Mars is...
Mikey. We've had some audio syncing issue this tournament for some reason. It happened to me once during one of my matches.
This is why I tended to do that too, where I hug the bottom too. Oh, God, I could see that coming.
That exit is just so evil.
I like to say that's where the track earns its name of Executioner.
It is. And there's no justice or jury or anything. It's just a random execution, you know. Wait, Mageius going with the far left? That is the longest path of the four,
Yeah.
maybe the second longest. And it's not even the straightest.
Yeah. Straightest is the second path, second from the left.
Yep.
And one thing I will note too is that the N64 sounds, I always thought they sounded more jet-like, while the PC sounds were more like those that you would find in the actual Phantom Menace movie, where they sound like cars.
Oh yeah.
Look at that jet-like sounds the 64 is with Mars compared to Bowls, compared to the PC.
I really like the pod racing sound design from the movie. Like, it makes no sense whatsoever to overlay jet engine sounds on car engine sounds, but it's awesome.
It makes no sense. I felt like it only worked well with Sepulba. I feel like it only worked well with Sepulba.
Bolt's pod sounds kind of like a hot rod. Anakin sounds like an F1 car. Like,
Yeah.
There's no rhyme or reason.
I actually remember watching a making of where that was actually a personal choice of George Lucas.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it was. He actually said during the making of the Phantom Menace that he wanted to use automobile sounds for the pod racers.
Was this movie during the screaming V10 era of Formula One? I think it was.
Yeah, the movie came out in '99.
I think that's when F1 cars had V10s.
And I know the movie was being made from '94 to '99.
Anyway, best sounding F1 cars ever. They'll probably never be matched. And I'm pretty sure that's how Anakin's pod sounds. Anyway, 444 to 517. That was a 33-second difference. I really think that Mage is quite a bit fast, I don't know, somewhat faster on the Switch controller than on some of his previous control schemes.
Yeah, he was. I feel the same way since he used this last year, I think.
Next track, as you can see, is Ando Prime Centrum. No skips, so full track. No Ben, no Aldarbido, and no Mahonic. It looks like Cook is just going to stick with Mars.
Yeah. I will also say, too, is that this track has more paths to take than any other in the game.
Mike, you may be right. In the 90s, were they still turbocharged? Yeah, 80s F1 engines are nuts. I don't know what they were thinking. Anyway, so they have another minute or two of warm-ups. And Mageius is sticking with bulls. It's a brave pick again. On this track. It is certainly the second fastest pod, if you can race clean. It makes the hairpin a nightmare.
Yeah, but also at the same time, it's also when you're dealing with a track. It all depends on taking the right route, though, because there's a lot of route places you can take in this game and this track, but only one of them is the fastest.
Yep. Did the race start?
Let's take a look. It
Nope.
did.
Oh, no. Cook just restarted. This is probably the real start for Cook. Mage might already be going. We'll give him a few seconds, see if he restarts. Yep, here we go. Alright, pretty sure this is the real start. Oh,
Not
shoot,
good.
I synced the wrong one, sorry.
Oh no.
Mageius' stream is gonna jump a little bit. That was my fault.
Double sync pause.
And here we go. Nice. Ooh, Mageius missed the ramp onto the short path. So he is going around the long way. Ooh, he looks lost. Oh, he's trying to go back to the ramp. No, don't do that. Okay, good.
And we see the bridge.
Yep, don't get to see the top of the bridge very often. Is he gonna drop down or stay up? He couldn't decide.
Crashing on the way down.
105, lap 1 for Cook. Yeah, Mageius is really struggling with getting lost in at the split. This audio sync delay is kind of crazy. Oh, hey, look. SpeedGaming has buttons for syncing audio. I will push this button several times. Maybe that will fix it. There's probably a better way to do this.
It's a new lap record!
Hey, is the audio synced now? Did I fix
Yes.
it, guys?
Yes, it did.
Nice. I added a whole second of offset. Anyway, now that the audio is synced, we can enjoy the end of the race. Cook is about to lap Mageius. He won't make it in time, but close. Yeah, a lot of that is just Mageius' struggles with lap 1.
It's a new lap
309.
record.
Mageius did not get lost on lap 3. This track has the most... of any track in the game, it has the most complicated alternate paths. When you enter the city in this track, there's about 5 different combinations of paths that you can take.
Match point for Cook.
Nice, nice. Our last track will be, as you can see, Gauntlet. Same pod bands. No Ben, no Mohonic, no Aldarbido. Which is too bad. I really like Aldarbido. And I was disappointed that I didn't get to use him in my match against Tomura yesterday. Yeah, they have a couple more minutes of practice time.
Yeah. Usually, because of how wonky the 64 is with its frame rate and stiff controls, I feel like but then I also couldn't handle any pod that had traction lower than Ben and Odie. That can happen
Whoa.
if you boost on that tube.
What? I've never seen a death there before.
I think I've gotten it a few times when I would floor the boost down there and not exiting.
It looks like an N64 thing.
Probably will, because it looked like he scraped the edge of the tube, which you can
Yeah.
mainly only do on 64 because of the low frame rate.
Uh-huh.
Because you wouldn't be able to do that at 60 frames per second. Usually you'd have something for, you run the risk of what we call the soft rock.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so it's probably a combination of holding down and boosting. But those kinda go together because he was holding down to charge his boost.
Oh, fake slow terrain also exists on 64. I didn't know that.
Yeah! Well, countdown has been given, so we will be starting in 20 or so seconds. Going to the right of that pillar is interesting. Heh! Yeah, shortcut.
That won't work. That will disqualify you if you do that.
It's fine. In practice. One of the many skips in this game that we don't do because they're superseded by faster skips. Which is kinda too bad, because there are so many fun skips.
Don't get us started on Abyss.
Yeah, this is nuts. Alright, I believe this is the real start. So
Yeah.
we'll sync these, and Mageius is synced on a death.
Oh!
They are neck and neck, folks. Mageius not cutting across the off-road. That will give Cook the lead. Ooh. Oh no, is he going to get the boost? Yes!
Just barely. Barely, too.
Yeah, that was a close one. Cook with another death. Mageius not far behind. Another death from Cook and they would be equal.
Oh, man.
There it is. I don't know if Mageius can take this turn without dying, though. Whoa!
He stalled, but he made it!
Oh, that was close. Come on, Mage. You can catch him. Oh,
Nope.
Cook making it into the tunnel. Mage as well. This part of the track is narrow for a long ways.
And really easy to die on, too.
Yeah, there aren't very many places in the game where, with a lot of narrow parts just back to back like this. And it's not really wide until after the UFO tube. Unless you want to say the UFO tube is wide.
And this one's kind of choked with rocks.
Yep. Alright, is that a 218?
It looks like a 218.
And 226.
226.
Alright, only an 8-second difference. Come on, Mageius, you can do this. Has Mageius ever scored a point in tournament on time?
Never.
Alright, Mage, you can do it. This is your chance. Use the force. Also, your boost. Wisely.
Oh, no!
On fire! Oh, he got it. Oh, no!
Nope. Hug the wall!
Alright, maybe this isn't going to be the day. How much lead does Cook have now? Like 20 seconds?
It's
Something
about
like that.
10 seconds.
327 to the court. Ooh. Uh, 16 seconds. Cook boosting down the straights. Mage coming to the straights. Mage certainly has the pod advantage here.
Uh-oh.
As long as he can race relatively clean. As Bull's... Mars's boost is pretty strong. Bull's boost is in a different category.
Second fastest after Ben.
Yep.
390 with Bulls versus Ben's 400.
Yep, and Mars is only 315, I believe.
I think it's 315, yeah. Then you have in between it, you have Beto and Elon Musk at 360 and Mohanic at 350.
So Cook is making a lot of little mistakes that are resulting in deaths, but nothing huge. Whereas Mageius is making some huge mistakes here and there, especially in this section of the track. Like, he insists on going around this turn to the left. That is an inaccuracy. You should just go straight through this whole section.
Engine fire
and then you can avoid those
again!
fires.
And he's not as
Oh,
lucky.
no. Yep. And if you're not getting the boost, you should not be on the off-road.
I
It's
wouldn't
faster
even
to take
recommend,
the other route.
and I wouldn't even recommend it if you have a pod that has a very short boost like Bullseye or Anakin or EB.
Yeah, Bulls is fine though.
Bulls is fine, Mars is fine. So is I.
Cook's
So is
still
most
getting
of
a...
it.
Yep, Cook's still getting a lot of deaths. He has only a few turns left before the finish. And some straights. Let's see how he does in the UFO tube. He's probably going to try to boost through the second part of it. Oh!
How did he survive that?
Oh, coming out of the tube
How did he
upside down.
survive that?
And
He's
to
coming
the
in.
finish. Oh, wow.
630
Okay.
wide.
All right. 631.84. Yes, Cook, we are entertained. I am, anyway. Mage probably could have won this race had he practiced and studied the lines better. Oh, hey Cook,
Yeah.
hold on a second.
Hello.
Or what? Mage coming across the line now, 7:04. Nice. That is a 33-second difference. Hi Cook, you're already here.
Oh, sorry, I forgot about the lag.
Anyway, how did you feel about that, Cook? Oh, no,
He
just left.
There we go. He's back.
Hi.
Cook's back.
Oh, there I am. Sorry.
So,
It's
how
good
did
to
you
get a
feel
couple of
about
wins, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still very sloppy. I was very nervous coming into Buru Coast. And then I lost the stream anyway, so you didn't see how bad I did on the first lap. Hi,
Oh,
Mageius.
trust me, I did horrible. I screwed up literally two of my best tracks, and trust me, I got hit by the engine fire like shot just before the easiest shortcut in Gauntlet.
Oh no, sorry.
It's like
You
so
got
it's just
money
like
for
I've got,
screwing on Gauntlet.
it's like so I had to go like slow or go with the very long way around inside or take a slow way, cutting around the building. One of those things is just about as slow as the other. Which do you think I took?
That's funny. Yeah, Gauntlet was fun. That's I think the first time I've really played Gauntlet other than a full game run through.
It's a good track I like to practice on because it's like it's wide enough that you can practice your turning and other stuff like that. And since you like shortcuts, since you like skips, go look at the skips record for that track.
Oh yeah, I know. That's what I mean. I never play it with, so I'm not used to doing the full playthrough without skips.
As I said, it's a fun track to do just for fun. I mean, it's like it's wide enough that's like you can practice some of your stuff if like you're unsure about if you want to work on getting better with a pod or test a setup or just like, and it's a fun track. You know.
Yeah, I'm used to because I'm doing any percent practice, so I'm more used to doing executioner. So some of it is shared, but yeah. Apart from that, I just go for the skip time.
As I said, it's like I tend to just pick the tracks that are like they're fun to practice on, and yet at the same point, even if you're not playing the best, you can still at least show a decent performance to the viewers. Which I did not do today, apparently. But it happens.
Yeah, we were kind of sad we didn't get to see your Buru Coast run.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. There wasn't much to watch. What happened was I'm playing in the garage. We've got a family lunch thing happening today with the extended family. So I'm playing in the garage early in the morning. I'm playing with gloves on actually because my hands are so cold. And just as the sun came up over the horizon and just gave me a lot of glare, so I moved the screen last minute, and it must have just jiggled one of the cords of the video capture. So I was very nervous and everything. I just changed the whole setup last minute, and then I stuffed up the stream, and I didn't even realize. So sorry about that, guys.
It happened.
That's okay.
I had the game crash on me for a second after one of the races. I'm not joking. I had it crash on me after one of the races.
It's just terrible luck all round.
I mean, it's episode 1 racer. Be glad you're playing on the N64 and don't have to use an actual secondary program to prevent it, to actually allow you the ability to stream it.
Yeah, the N64 I think has its challenges, but I'm sure the PC has a whole different set of challenges.
I know. I do want to, if I ever get a minute, and actually look up all the stuff to unlock everything. Do want to try, well, especially when I ever get the Switch 2, the backwards compatibility on Switch 2. I do want to just see how it would run on that one, because I don't know any of us that actually have the system to see how the game would work on new hardware for that, since it's currently on the list for not backwards compatible yet. But if it does get backwards compatible, just makes you wonder, with the new system, what might be added to that, or what might change it because of the new control schemes and stuff like that the system has.
I think either way, if it does get ported across to the Switch 2, apart from speedrunning, I think it'd just be good for the game, and maybe bring more people into the community.
Switch. It doesn't even need to be ported because of backwards compatibility. It's on the list as one of the very small things of not backwards compatible yet.
Yeah, well, hopefully it doesn't stay yet forever.
I know.
The game has a cheat code for unlocking everything.
Yeah. Did they actually adapt that into the Switch version?
I know what the cheat code is on PC. I don't know on the console ports. You enter the cheat code by entering your 3-letter name. I don't remember.
I'll have to look it up.
How that works on those versions.
By this point, someone's probably got it written up, and then in which case you unlock everything and just cloud save it.
Yeah, someone here will know.
Yeah, I want to try it.
It's funny that we both picked Bunta Eve Classic as our first pick, Mageius.
Yeah, I chose it without skips. I need to learn some of those at some point, but it's...
Did you try the skips, or did you just try without the jump?
Without it. Don't know some of the stuff on that one.
Yeah, fair enough.
Then again, it's I want to learn some of the stuff. It's just I have a long backlog of stuff, so the game is more just like one of those pet projects of enjoy playing when I can, and you get what I mean.
Yeah, no, I get it. It is a very fun game to play. Stressful at times, like this morning for me, but still a lot of fun.
I'm happy that the whole series as a whole has gotten more love lately. And that includes the second game, because I can outright state it got shown off in a marathon recently, so I'm happy to get, to see both, games getting love.
Yeah, definitely so.
Looking on the bracket, we have 4 matches left. Mageius, it looks like you are guaranteed 16th place. Cook, you are currently in 15th, being very narrowly beat out by Ram on the third tiebreaker system.
I think there's a give and take there. If I hadn't have had the did not finish, maybe I would have beat Ram. But also Lilac on our first game had a sort of unfair DNF I felt, which I sort of feel bad about. That
Oh,
I don't think Lilac had to DNF that one, so I think
Yeah.
it's where I belong down at the bottom.
It is possible for Lilac. Lilac still has a match left. It is possible for Lilac to place below you.
Well, good luck, Lilac.
I think she would have to lose 4-0 for that to happen.
It's going to be against and her match is going to be with Radiant Variant. Next, I think tomorrow.
Yep.
So you'll know soon enough on that one. I know I just enjoy doing this for fun because it's like I know I'm not gonna win anything, but it's still just it's fun to do.
Yeah, Mage, you have participated every year so far.
Yes, and I need to get better every year so far, and I keep telling myself that, and then I don't.
And
Keep
Cook,
around
this
for
is your first year. What did you think of participating?
It was so much fun, guys. It's you guys have an amazing community here. It's very active. It's very friendly, and the back end stuff that Lightning Pirate has put together, the Botto stuff and the organization that goes into this is just incredible. So yeah, I'm very impressed by the community, by the organization, by Botto, and then also to the sort of like thanks to the tournament organizers, Game Draco putting a lot of work in and doing the weekly podcasting, pod racing YouTubes. They've always been really good as well. So it's been great. It's been so much fun.
Nice,
always-
thank you.
I always tell everybody if they want an interesting game to just learn or have fun with, pick Racer. It's like it's not Mario Kart, it's not F-Zero, but it's got a lot of cool stuff in there, and it's a good game to just have fun with, and you'll have a lot of help learning it.
It's also a really unique racer too.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and I
Yes,
guess
it
the other
is.
thing for me, I sort of signed up to be honest because at the time it seemed like we were struggling for numbers sort of thing, and I'm training for any percent, so I thought, oh, this would be a good excuse, if I sign up for something, I actually have to practice instead of just procrastinating practicing racer. But I'm glad I did. I think it was still very sloppy. Maybe next year's tournament, I might be a little bit less sloppy. But I think that I did probably improve a little bit compared to the first week.
In all fairness, we're always struggling for numbers, but at the same point, it's a game that honestly, even if you're not the best like me, you can still have fun with it, and you can pick some tracks that just, okay, these are the tracks I'll learn to run. You don't have to be perfect. Just pick some of your favorites and just go for it.
Yeah, that was another thing. I actually, I don't have the experience of racing in previous tournaments, but I did like the format of being able to select your own tracks and have bans and have a few skips. It wasn't too complicated. It made the training a lot easier for me, so I appreciated that as well. I liked the format.
Nice.
I remember when they actually did it for, I think it was last year that we had the option for Fast Lap too.
Yeah, last year was complicated.
Is that true about every year?
I don't know. I think this year is simpler but very different.
Yeah. Also, we don't have no upgrades this time.
Yep. Well, we should probably be going. Both
Yeah.
of you are being eliminated from the bracket.
Sad.
We have 4 more matches in the Swiss bracket, and then the top 8 will advance to single elimination, which will begin. People will have their opponents after the last match on Monday.
Yeah.
So that will be starting in a couple weeks.
Yeah, I know I'm out, but at the same point, I'll try to get around to doing some more practice on that one. But I just got a backlog of games to just either play casually or throw a run together to actually update some things that people have not done.
Yep.
I'm really looking forward to the coming matches. I think there's still a big fight for 8th place, so it's going to be interesting to watch.
There is. All right, well, GG's, guys.
GG's again.
Okay.
I'm going to go head out and get dinner. So bye, all.
Me too. All right,
Thanks,
see ya.
Draco. Thanks, King Bean Dip. Thanks, Speed Gaming
welcome.
stuff.
Good luck. May the force be with you. Tune in tomorrow for a marathon of 2 matches in a row, back to back, 2 p.m. Eastern and 4 p.m. Eastern tomorrow.
And also a match on Sunday and one on Monday, I believe.
Yep.
Alright, see you guys.
Take care.
Bye.